CL 650, in association with Tom Lucas Productions, presents Radio Real Estate.
Our house in the middle of our street.
And now, here are your hosts, Sherry Brown and Tom Lucas.
And good morning. We're all together again. Bill Macklem, good morning.
Good morning.
And Sherry, nice to have you back with us.
Good morning. Thank you, Tom.
Everybody is dressed casually today, even Bill.
Yes,
Absolutely.
Bill, Mr. Casual.
Where are you going after the show? I know you haven't got your suit on today, so you're going somewhere.
I know. My son is getting married on the 13th of June.
Congratulations.
And so we have a special event happening today with some of his close friends and family.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're heading out to Mission.
Nice.
So the next question would be, do Sherry and I have to come down with bail money a little later on?
It's a possibility.
There's always that possibility.
It's a possibility.
So good. So your son's over here, and you guys are going to
Yeah,
have
he
some
drove
fun?
down last night from Paul River, and he's going back up on Monday for, obviously, to go back to work. But he's down here for the weekend just to spend some family time.
Good for you. So it's 1 minute after 10, Radio Real Estate Show in the green room this morning when we were having coffee, talking about what we're going to talk about on the show, because we don't know from 1 minute to the next where real estate's going in this market. But you were saying that you're fairly busy at your office, but people are getting pre-approved, but they're not writing.
No, there's nothing. There's a real dearth of product out there. There's nothing available. If there is, and Sherry was saying this earlier, that there's multiple offers, it's over list price.
Yeah.
We had a client that wants to refinance, do some equity take out of their house so they can, they did some renovations, and we're just trying to get them to the point where we can pay off some of those debts for the renovations. It has risen substantially in value, but it's not quite there yet. And we're just saying, well, wait another 60 days, and the values are probably going to be there to verify what we think it should be to pay off some of these debts.
Wow. And you know what's happening is that a lot of your clients who have probably been pre-approved are writing offers, but they're in competing offers, and they're, for whatever reason, they're not getting accepted because it's the highest and best price. So we do have a particular client, actually, Laura and I, that we've written 3 offers for him. So they're out there, they're trying, but the product isn't there.
And we're having the same problem even with condos and townhouses. We got one of our realtors down there in South Surrey. She's written, I think she's on her 3rd offer. I think we just got it accepted yesterday, but it's self-managed products. Banks are not excited about them. If there's not been a fix-up, they're not excited about them. If there's no minutes because it's self-managed and they decide they don't need to do that, there's a problem. I have another one of my realtors out in the Abbotsford Aldergrove area who's got a product in Langley, and I mean this is an old type of condominium project, townhouse project that self-managed. They don't have any minutes. There's it's just. You've got to be careful what you're buying, and it's hard to get financing.
And there's good news too. You were saying before the show this morning, actually, both of you, that you feel that the price of townhouses might just go up a little bit.
Yes, definitely.
Because it's been lagging behind for a while, right?
It has been lagging behind. In townhouses and condos, you are seeing some movement there now.
That's good.
So, which is great because I have a condo.
Oh,
so
yes,
it's you never know, and it's great to see that the prices are creeping up slowly.
So that's good news. So it's 3 minutes after 10. It's the Radio Real Estate Show. Bill Macklem, who is our accredited mortgage professional, and just happens to be the president of Dominion Macklem Mortgages, will be here. You heard his golden tones. He'll be here in a moment with the weekly mortgage rate update.
And Bill will also answer your mortgage question of the week.
Later in the show, I'll be talking about interest rates, maybe some of the impacts of the lack of housing in the Lower Mainland and some of the reasons for that. And we'll probably talk about some other individual ideas that come up during
And if it works out, you may have a surprise for one of your clients. We won't say who, but
that's right. I forgot.
Yes, you will have a surprise.
I will have a surprise for one of our clients.
Okay, it's going to be one of those shows.
And our Radio Real Estate home handyman, Finn Jensen, says we're seeing a surge of property upgrades taking place all over Metro Vancouver.
And if you're interested in doing a renovation, you heard Bill talking about them a while ago, there is some money available, and there's a guy that does some fantastic work. His name is Mark. Name of his company is EA Renovations, and his telephone number is 604-825-0789. That's 604-825-0789. 0789. His name is Mark. Give him a call and come over and fix your house and make it look real good.
Yeah, and we'll be chatting with our special guest today, Lee and Ryan from Diverse Electric, about some things that could give your summer a real shock.
I think I know what they're talking about here. Now, later in the show, Dan Sanders of Legal Shield will be talking to us about how Legal Shield can help businesses with that, it's a voluntary benefit program they have, and we've never had Dan on the show before, so I'm looking forward to having Dan on with us in a short time.
And Bill's mortgage question of the week is coming up. If you have a question for Bill, go to our website at radiorealestateshow.ca. Bill will answer your question on next weekend's show.
Somebody I ran into this week had a question for Bill, but I said that's not the kind of question Bill likes to answer on the radio.
Yeah, he
However,
might call you off hours.
He
but
probably will.
yeah.
So if you have a very special question for Bill, we'll have to have a very special mailbox for that.
Yes.
Andrea Jock, who was with us last week while you were doing things.
She did a great
She
job.
did a good job,
I
yeah.
was listening on my way to my campsite.
And you're going to be doing some special assignments for us in a couple of weeks, so Andrea will be back to fill in for you.
Weeks. Great.
It's good to have a team. So she'll be here, and she's going to talk to us about the Tri-Cities real estate market.
And Mark Perry, our Radio Real Estate Voice of the Valley, has news about Inglewood Courtyard, a great 45-plus lifestyle community in Chilliwack. Plus, Mark will tell us about the bike show and shine taking place at the University of the Fraser Valley.
Man, we're going to have a 2-hour show with all this stuff going on here.
know.
Later in the program, we're going to chat about Lower Mainland real estate with Andy Matu of the Powerhouse Agents over at Remax Crest Realty Westside.
It's now 10:06, and you're listening to Radio Real Estate on Smooth and Easy CIL 650.
Thank you so much, Sherry. It's time now for our weekly mortgage rate update with our resident mortgage expert. His name is Bill Macklem. He's president of Dominion Macklem Mortgages. He's dressed very sportily today. We like how you're dressed, Bill. It looks good.
Thank you very much.
All right, enough of that. What's going on?
Well, not having a tie on today is a special treat.
Well, you can breathe.
No, I like a tie because I need wider ties, though.
Bill, we got to talk about that a little later on. What's going on with the rates?
Yeah, the interest rates are holding in. We just heard that the Bank of Canada is going to continue holding rates exactly where they are right now. My personal opinion is I'm thinking you might see a bit of a drop. If the economy keeps on sputtering like it is right now, you might see a drop. They haven't said anything as yet. They're all thinking that we should keep them just where they are to compensate for the fact that the oil prices have dropped so that keep our economy going. But normally what happens is that the Americans are going to start perking. They're probably going to raise their rates. And it's going to cause us a few problems in terms of what's going on in our economy. And so I think Mr. Polatz will probably drop ours by a quarter point just to keep us competitive in the marketplace. So I think that's coming. But if it doesn't, we're going to stay where we are right now, which is a variable rate. And the best variable rate right now is 0.8 off the prime, which gives you a 2.05. Don't forget some of these special rates that they provide have some little surprises, like you can't prepay it, you can't move it. You have a 3% payout penalty if you decide to sell and leave it. There's those kind of mortgages that the only way you can get out of it is either you die or you sell.
So apparently,
be careful.
Bill, I hear that the bank, like you were just saying, the Bank of Canada rate is keeping its rate where it is.
Yes.
And your friend over there, what's the lady's name? Sherry Cooper.
Yes.
She kind of says that it's going to stay that way at least for maybe a year or so.
About a year and a half.
Cool.
So we're thinking it's not going anywhere. If it does go anywhere, it'll go down.
All right. Well, Bill is going to be answering your mortgage question of the week in the next segment of the program. And later on, we'll be talking to a couple of guys that can put a little spark into your summer. We're going to talk to Lee and Ryan all about electricity and what can that do for you for Diverse Electric. They'll be in the studio with us. And I want to say, too, that it's a very special day on the show because last Thursday, you were away for this, but we had our birthday on the program. We turned 9 years old.
Really?
Happy birthday!
Birthday!
Happy birthday!
Sound familiar now? Happy birthday.
9 years.
9 years.
Just seems so fleeting.
I remember some guy said to me, why don't we do a show about real estate? I said, what? Real estate? Who cares about real estate? Boy, was I wrong.
You were wrong.
Especially in this market, eh?
Yes.
So happy birthday to us, and thank you to all the people. There are a few people out there who have been listening to this program for 9 years, other than us. So I want to thank you
My
guys.
mom.
Yeah, your mom. God bless her. And thank you to the three of you for making the show what it is today.
Happy birthday.
Whatever it is, yes. So welcome. It's the Radio Real Estate Show. You are listening to Vancouver's original open house, right, Sherry? And where do you find us?
Well, you find us Radio Real Estate on Smooth and Easy CIL 650.
So if you want to buy a house, today might be the day. Have in mind what you want.
Yes, have it. You need to know and be ready.
Be ready, be prepared to write, right?
Yes.
I should say be prepared to write correct.
Correctly, yes.
Correct, all right. It's Radio Real Estate on Smooth and Easy CL 650, and Bill Macklem's mortgage question of the week is coming up right here in just a few minutes.
Hi, it's Mark with EA Renovations Limited. I can turn your outdated house into something you'll be proud to call home. Whether you're looking for a new kitchen, bathroom, addition, or even a new custom home, look no further than EA Renovations. Let us create the home you deserve. Call 604-825-0789 today or visit earenos.com to arrange your free in-home estimate.
I'm Adam Corbin, president of InstaFund, one of BC's most established private mortgage lenders. Many people these days can't rely on the banks for a mortgage. Whether you're self-employed, have credit challenges, or are new to home ownership, sometimes it seems impossible to get the banks to understand you. InstaFund can help. Call me directly at 604-687-2020 or ask your mortgage broker if InstaFund is the answer to your mortgage needs. Visit our website at instafund.com.
Hi, it's Bill Macklem. In these busy and hectic times with family and business responsibilities, it is difficult to find the time to sit down with your mortgage broker and discuss all your mortgage options. I'm available to meet with you at your place of work, your home, our office, or at a place convenient for you. Please give me a call at 604-684-HOME. That's 604-684-4663.
CI 650.
Money for nothing and your chicks for free. Money for nothing. Chicks for free.
Money for nothing? Well, it's not quite nothing, but it's fairly low these days if you want to get some money. For
Absolutely.
Your chicks for free is another story. We'll talk about that on another day. It's 11 minutes after 10, 11 on the Radio Real Estate Show. And Bill, it's question time. Sherry, you have a question for Bill?
I do. This week's question comes from Ben Porter of Langley. Ben says when he was young, he often heard the term assumable mortgage. I don't know who he was hanging out with, but are assumable mortgages still around, Bill, and how do they work?
Thanks, Sherry. That's a good question from Ben. Assumable mortgages were very popular back in the 80s and 90s. What happened was that if you were buying a property and it had a great rate on it, you would be able to assume the mortgage without qualifications. They would just take over the mortgage. BC started this before Alberta, whereby they decided that, you know what, if Tom was going to assume your mortgage and then he stopped making payments, you would still be responsible for it. So BC decided, no, we're going to make sure that Tom qualifies for the mortgage so that when he assumes the mortgage, he can actually then make the payments and you come off the responsibility of making that payment. Alberta maintained that assumability sometime up into the maybe into the late 90s, and you could assume somebody else's mortgage without qualifications. In today's world, because of fraud and everything that goes on with that, is if you can assume somebody's mortgage, but you have to qualify for it. So you have to go through the same regimen that you would do if you're going to get your own mortgage. And the only reason why you'd assume a mortgage is that it's such a great rate. And let's say right now that would not necessarily be the case, but let's say in 5 years' time or 3 years' time, you have a great rate right now. It's a 2.65 or 2.69, whatever that might be. And in 2 years' time, the rates have now gone up to 4%. So if I could qualify for your 2.69 for the remaining of the term, I would much rather do that than to go out and get a 4% interest rate. So that's what you would do. But you'd have to qualify based on all the credit credentials you normally have to have. Pay stubs, job letters, notice of assessments, all that type of thing.
Because I remember my parents talking about assumable mortgages years ago.
They were great. I mean, we had a lot of people buy a lot of revenue properties when I was in Alberta. And they would just assume the mortgage and just go from there.
Well, thank you, Bill. You can always get expert mortgage information online by visiting billymac.com. That's Billy with an I, not a Y, MAC.com. Or call Bill at 604-684-4663. That's 604-684-HOME.
Bill's Mortgage Question of the Week is brought to you by InstaFund, the #1 source for private mortgage funds in Metro Vancouver. Online, you'll find them instafund.com. That's instafund.com. It's the Radio Real Estate Show, 13 and a half minutes now past 10 o'clock, and time now to check in with Andrea Jock of Keller Williams Elite Realty. I think we have her on the line. Yes, we do, says Mr. Dwayne. Good morning, Andrea.
Good morning, Tom. Hi, Sherry.
Another glorious weekend, and you're back with us. I'm so happy to talk to you every week. Tell me about the Tri-Cities. How are things going real estate-wise out there?
It's been another busy week in the Tri-Cities. Today I'm featuring a lovely new listing located at 3228 Norwood Court in Westwood Plateau, Coquitlam. Just steps from the Executive Golf Course, this quality-built home by Moscone features 6 bedrooms and 5 bathrooms, including a 1-bedroom legal suite and a bedroom on the main floor, perfect for in-laws. You will love the open concept floor plan with a bright maple kitchen and a cozy great room with gas fireplace. Upstairs features 4 large bedrooms, including a games room. This fabulous low-maintenance backyard with large patio and cul-de-sac location is perfect for children to play, which completes this exceptional family home. Call today for your private viewing. Tonight at the Heritage Woods Secondary School is the BC Young Court The Art of Food and Wine event. This wine tasting event showcases new and current releases from top BC wineries and raises funds for the Ride to Conquer Cancer. This is Andrea Jock for Radio Real Estate.
Ready to make a move in the Tri-Cities? Call Andrea at 604-783-3124. That's 604-783-3124. Or visit pinnaclegrouprem.com.
Now, coming up at the next segment of the program, we'll be chatting with Lee and Ryan of Diverse Electric. They have some tips, Sherry. They have some tips on how we can keep them sparking out of control this hot, long summer that's coming up. Yeah.
Very good. This is Sherry Brown of Remax Performance Realty with our mortgage expert, Bill Macklem, president of Dominion Macklem Mortgages, and our producer, Dwayne Bishop and Tom Lucas. You're listening to Radio Real Estate, Vancouver's original on-air open house on smooth and easy CIL 650.
Hi, this is Mark Perry, developer of Inglewood Courtyard in Chilliwack. For every potential real estate deal that comes across my desk, the first thing that I look at in a property is where it's located, and you should too. If you're looking for an active retirement community in the best location, you owe it to yourself to stop by Inglewood Courtyard. Visit us online at inglewoodcourtyard.ca.
If you've recently purchased or you're thinking of purchasing a house that is in dire need of some upgrades, then look no further. Hi, it's Mark from EA Renovations Limited. Fully licensed and insured, we'll turn your new house into a home you will be proud of. We do what it takes to ensure you're completely satisfied and make your renovation as painless as possible along the way. Call 604-825-0789 today or visit earenos.com to arrange your free in-home estimate.
I'm Adam Corbin, president of InstaFund. For over 30 years, mortgage brokers have relied on InstaFund for fast service for their clients. These days, mortgage brokers are working extra hard. With tighter lending restrictions, many of their clients can no longer rely on the banks for financing. Mortgage brokers call on InstaFund to help their clients when the banks say no. Put our experience to work for you. Call 604-687-2020 to see if InstaFund is the answer to your client's mortgage needs. Visit our website at instafund.com.
Hi, this is Bill Macklem of Dominion Macklem Mortgages. Over the past 25 years, I have found most home purchasers do not use a mortgage broker. We are a no-charge professional who have assisted over 5,000 home buyers finance their home. The exciting part is these same home buyers come back to us for refinancing, buying their next property, or lowering their current payments. Call us at 604-684-HOME. That's 604-684-4663 for more information.
Vancouver weather.
A glorious day for the last day, well, almost the last day of May, last Saturday anyway. It'll be mainly sunny today with a high of 22 degrees, so that's pretty warm. The UV index is 7 or high. Now, for the remainder of the weekend and Monday, Sherry.
And tomorrow, Sunday, you're looking at sunny Sunday, increasing cloudiness near noon with a high of 20. And on Monday, June 1st, you're looking at cloudy with a 70% chance of showers.
You say Monday is June the 1st?
Monday is June 1st, yes.
Wow, well, it's sunny at 18 degrees right now.
Radio Real Estate Weather is presented by Legal Shield. Life happens, from the trivial to the traumatic, small claims to lawsuits, separations and divorces, strata or landlords, parking tickets to car accidents, buying a house to starting a business. Everyday life events are covered with Legal Shield. For more information about Legal Shield, visit 247legal.net.
CIL 650. Tonight is all electric and we are all connected. The energy is epic, invading all our senses. We are only stardust. We got through the cosmos. The night is all electric and we are all connected.
We are all connected. It is electric.
It's a hard song.
It is. I had trouble figuring out the words, but I know it has something to do with electricity, and it has something to do with sparking.
Ooh.
And I figured because I found that song, what I should do is talk to a couple of guys who know all about sparking in the summer. We're not talking about spooning in the summer. We're talking about sparking.
Darn.
Well, I know, but maybe I think they're both with somebody, Sherry. But we'll find out after. Lee and Ryan, good morning, guys.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Thank you for doing this, by the way.
Oh, a pleasure.
Now, listen, Sherry's on the. I gotta be careful. She's on the look. Do you guys know anybody? Do you have any friends that are like? No, just kidding. Hey, welcome to the show, Diverse Electric. It's nice to have you guys on with us.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Now, for the next little while, we're going to be talking about electricity and about safety, and we figured that we should get together and do some chatting now before people start plugging in those barbecues outdoors and messing with electricity outdoors. Because I was taught at a very early age, but my daddy says electricity and water don't mix. Was he right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a little.
So what
Definitely not friends.
what would you suggest that people do if they need to have power outdoors?
That's a good question. They're going to need to take a look at what they currently have outside, whether the plugs are currently weatherproof.
Mm-hmm.
They've got covers over them. Small chances of stuff happening, but, protect yourself anyways, right?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about because outside our place we have those little outlets, but they have the little doors over them. So that's what you mean, right?
Absolutely.
So it keeps the water and the dampness from getting in there?
Yeah. So, when you go to plug in your lawnmower or weed eater or whatever you're using outside, you're not going to get that nice little spark going.
Yeah, because a spark, you're right, Bill. A spark is not a good thing in the middle of something. No, Bill's shaking his...
We have a little bit of water here. Have you noticed that?
A little bit?
Yeah, it rains somewhat.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. It does. You guys, it does rain a lot out here. I hate to say that because there might be somebody from Toronto listening online to the show this morning, but it does rain out here, so that is a good protective thing for the rain.
Oh, for sure.
Now, somebody calls you guys, and let's say would you do services like, say, somebody's thinking about moving? Could you come over and look at the electrical system of the house, or maybe somebody moving in or out of a home?
Oh, definitely. That's a service we offer. We'll come in and we'll check out all your existing wiring, your panels, your receptacles, your switches. We're going to go through and check everything and make sure it's all up to code.
There are a lot of older houses here in the Lower Mainland, that were probably built maybe just after the war or just before the 50s or whatever. And they may, what is it? Is it called knob and tube? Is that the old kind of wiring the homes used to have?
Oh yeah,
So-
that's that real old stuff.
That's really old.
There's still some of that stuff around, though, I think.
Yeah, you will find some of that. I mean, it's not as common anymore. More people have been updating those homes.
Yeah, because we had a house in Point Grey for a while, and we were having a renovation done, and the guy took the back end of the house off, and all of a sudden they decided to check the electrical wiring, which I think was probably a good thing. And then he said, "Oh, come here, I want to show you something." And there was all these little burn marks on the wall.
Yeah.
Easy for you.
And Leah and Ryan, one of the things that I come up with as a realtor in a lot of the homes, especially in Delta and Surrey, is homes with copper wiring. The insurance companies just don't like that.
The aluminum wiring.
Or aluminum wiring, right?
The aluminum wiring. No, I was going to say copper we want.
Copper we want.
Copper's good, yeah.
I meant aluminum. Aluminum wiring. So the insurance companies hate that.
They really do. I've worked with a few on that, and what they like you to do is get a registered electrical contractor such as ourselves, and we will come in, and that's kind of where we come and we check all your services, and we'll pull everything out. We fix it. We make sure all the connections are good. We make sure none of the aluminum wiring is broken, which is a huge common problem with aluminum wiring. Eventually it just wears down over time and breaks apart.
It becomes very brittle.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I know that you guys have calls from prospective clients all the time, and sometimes you have calls where it's not really necessary to go to somebody's house. Like, for example, a guy like me will call and say, my clothes washer's not working, and you'll say, go out to the garage. What do I do out in the garage? I open that little box there and have to push a button or do something?
There is that little box, that little magical box.
Yeah. Is that the fuse box?
Well, nowadays they're breaker boxes.
Breaker boxes, I
know. So that's where we have those little breakers.
Fuse boxes, that's kind of old.
Yeah,
you to flick them over and turn them on.
Bill was just saying fuse box. He says that's kind of old, so we're kind of dating ourselves here. But you knew what I meant.
Yeah,
well, you could use pennies back in those days.
Fuses are still used quite regularly. They're just more for your commercial and your industrial style electrical nowadays.
Well, I know that a couple of people have these old electric stoves where you flip up the top and you actually put fuses in them.
Oh, I remember that as a kid.
Oh, yeah, come on.
Ones, turn in, turn out.
They still got something like that, don't they?
I hope not.
So tell me, Lee, why did you get into the electrical field? Like you were a kid one day, you're flying a kite, you had a key up. No, that was Benjamin Franklin. Sorry. And you don't even look anything like it. But what made you decide to get into electricity for a career?
That's a good question. I was actually lucky enough that fresh out of high school, I had a neighbor. My next door neighbor was an electrician. And he talked to me, and I was 17 years old, and he had mentioned, this is a really good trade, and you should give it a try. And I went out and worked with him a little bit, and then got hired on with the same company as him, and I've always been doing it ever since, and just love it.
So that's good, because I was talking with Lee and Ryan a couple of weeks ago, and I was telling them the story about once my wife never wanted me to change lights in the house because I changed the light one time and did something to the wiring, and I said, "Go ahead, honey, turn it on," and all this molten lava came out of the ceiling. So from then on, it was call guys like Lee and Ryan to come over and make my world right. The other thing too, I was telling these guys, is once I was changing something, and my wife says, "Did you turn off the?" She called it a circuit breaker. What did you call it? A circuit box?
Yeah, circuit breaker box.
Okay, so she said to turn it off, which of course I don't. So I go there and I'm doing something, and lucky for me, I had a rubber-handled screwdriver and some rubber-soled shoes on, and I felt a little hum. So I said to the engineer at the radio station the next day, I said, "Oh, guess what I did?" He said, "You idiot, you could have killed yourself." Is that true? Was he killing me? I guess it's true. They're laughing.
Well, I mean, Tom, you might have, but
well,
that's why you've got curly hair.
You got to be careful around this stuff. I mean, that's why we spend years training, and we get all the certifications to properly do it.
That's where I was going with this thing. If you don't know what you're doing with electricity, I suggest you call somebody like Lee and Ryan who do know what they're doing. And why don't you give us a phone number in case there's somebody saying, "You know what? I like Tom's story. I can relate to that. I don't want to get myself electrocuted. I better call Lee and Ryan." So where do they get a hold of you guys?
Yeah, well, you can visit it. We have a website. You can visit us at diverseelectricltd.ca.
Okay.
Or you can give us a call. I'm always available at 778-809-2532.
All right, so that's Diverse LTD Electric. Okay.
Diverse Electric.
Yeah, don't forget the LTD just before .ca. And the telephone number, 778-809-2532, right?
Yes, sir.
So now somebody's thinking about maybe having you come over to look at their aluminum wire, which we don't want. What areas do you cover?
We would cover the greater Metro Vancouver area, North Shore, right out to Chilliwack.
Wow, that's quite the coverage area for you. Yeah, Bill. So even you today, if you had a problem while you're golfing over there in Mission, you guys would go into Mission too.
Exactly. But in fact, I'm in my van all the time. I could actually put some of their signs on the side of my van and advertise for them.
Because Lee and Ryan, Bill's going golfing after the show today, and I think they're giving him an electric golf cart. So maybe it'd be nice if you guys could tag along with him just in case.
Listen for that hum. Make sure he doesn't get zapped.
Yeah,
exactly.
Sometimes it's good to have a hum. Sometimes it's not so good to have a hum.
Yeah.
So if we need you guys to come and help us, Diverse Electric will go just about anywhere here in the Lower Mainland of British Columbia, right?
Absolutely, 7 days a week.
Commercial, residential, both?
Both.
Fantastic.
We do it all.
And the telephone number again is 778-809-2532, right?
Yep.
And the website, diverseelectricltd.ca. That's Diverse Electric. Please spell it correctly or the emails won't go. I have a hell of a time spelling diverse. I don't know what it is.
You like to add that extra E in there.
I think that's what it is. Now listen, I want to ask you guys a quick story before we go. Your last name is Lee, is it Quinnell?
Quinnell, yes, sir.
And the other gentleman, Ryan, it's Rue?
Sure is.
So my question to you, mon ami, did you guys meet in French immersion school, or where did you guys meet? Because you both have French names.
French, I bombed. Terribly bombed it.
Did you? Me too.
Yeah.
Bonjour, comment ça va? And that was about it.
You know
Yeah,
5 more words than I do.
That one.
You guys, you're a riot. Hey, just keep speaking my language. I'm beginning to understand. Rubber shoes, don't mix water with electricity. I think it was worth having you guys on the show today because I actually learned something.
Hey, there you go.
Fantastic.
All right, guys. Listen, have a great week. We're going to have you back again. We'll talk more about electricity, and we'll see you very soon.
Yeah, good, Tom. Thanks for having us.
Thanks very much.
Thanks, guys. Have a great weekend. Enjoy yourselves. That's Lee and Ryan. They're with Diverse Electric, and if you want to get them online, it's diverseelectricltd.ca, or the telephone number is 778-809-2532, 778-809-2532. Might be a good idea to maybe have them come over and check your outdoor wiring because summer is just about here.
Well, Sherry's correct. I mean, there are a lot of homes in certain parts of the Lower Mainland that have this aluminum wiring.
Yep.
And they're built in, I think those homes are built back in the 70s.
70s, 60s, yeah.
70s and 60s. And so the insurers, so like we use Westland a lot as one of our insurers for our properties, as our clients, and they won't insure them unless these folks go out and remediate it because they're dangerous.
All right. So give Lee and Ryan a call if you think you may have some aluminum wiring. Excuse me. Or if you have some other problems in the house or you just want an outlet put in, they'll come over and take care of you. So again, their telephone number is 778-809-2532. 3-2. Now, Sherry, before the show, you were saying you have a lovely lady you're working with, and she listens to the program all the time, and I think we should say hi to her, don't you?
Yeah. Well, it's Carol and Jim. Carol and Jim and their mom, Bessie. And they listen to the radio, and they are trying to sell, for sale by owner, her beautiful trailer, or sorry,
Mobile home.
Prefab. It's a beautiful prefab mobile home, and it's in Pitt Meadows at 11905 Poplar, and this is a beautiful park. It's just gorgeous, and the mobile home is $169,900. And it's 14 by 66, so it's big. It's 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. The updates are sunroom, 2 sheds, small greenhouse, updated landscaping in the backyard, laminate, new kitchen counter, backsplash, and all the appliances. So if you're looking to get into the market and you love that Pitt Meadows area, it's a great, great park. It's only 20 years old, one owner, and you can give me a call for more information, and I will pass your name along to Jim or Carol.
We used to talk about mobile homes on the show some years ago, and the gentleman that was doing so said he made me promise I'd never call them trailers.
Exactly.
Yes,
So,
it's not a trailer.
No, it's not.
No.
But what we used to do was just before he would come on, we would play Roger Miller's Trailers for Sale. Right? Tom, I said I didn't say it, Roger. So that's good. So what are those people's names?
So it's Jim and Carol, and they are selling this on their own. So it's no realtors involved with this, and they asked if we would talk about it on the air, and it's $169,900, and the pad rental's only $235 at this beautiful park, and there's lots going on at that park. So it's a great space, especially if you like gardening.
And you can give Sherry a call, right?
Just give me a call at the office or on my cell, 604-970-6789. That's 604-970-6789, and I will pass your number along to Jim or Carol.
Fantastic. Well, you're listening to Radio Real Estate on Smooth and Easy, CIL 650. It's 10:32, Saturday morning, the last Saturday of May. Hard to believe, isn't it?
It really is.
And you're all dressed up for golfing after the show?
Yeah.
Going out with your son?
Yeah, we're going out to, what did they say, 18 pastures?
Okay.
It's called 18 pastures.
That's
the golf course?
Like
yeah, 18 pastures out of Mission.
I bet you there's some cows around there somewhere.
I'm thinking it was a farm at one time.
If you lose your golf ball, don't go looking for it too hard, if you know what I mean. No. Well, have fun. Say hi to your son for
I will, definitely.
10:32. Let's say hello to Dan Anders of Legal Shield. We have Dan on the line this morning. It's his first time with us. Let's make him feel welcome. Dan, good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Today I'd like to focus on many questions that have a common answer. What do a professional nutritionist, legal secretary, mortgage broker, and financial planner all have in common? In addition to being fans of yours on Radio Real Estate, they each recognize that there is a need to protect their identity against the incursion of identity theft, as well as having unlimited access to top-rated legal counsel whenever they needed it, without having to worry about the cost of these valuable services. As a certified financial planner for 3 decades, I recognize that these services are the missing link in contemporary financial planning and personal security. For years, I've encouraged my clients to get their wills and other important documents in order, or at least reviewed by a lawyer or notary if they already have them. But what is the number one objection to getting this done? Well, it's cost. Plain and simple. Isn't it true that there's always a better place to spend $1,200 to $2,000? But as a result, almost 7 out of 10 Canadians are without these vital documents. Tom, what if I were to ask everyone listening if they would think it is a good idea to have their wills and other important documents completed, as well as all of our other services for about $1 a day? And what if we could offer these same benefits to a company's employees for even less? If a business has just 5 or more employees who agree that they would like to find out more about this valuable protection, do you think that they should be given the option to get all the details of this coverage and accept or decline it on their own? And how about the owner of that small business? Would they be agreeable about offering such a benefit if they knew that it was a voluntary benefit, that it needn't cost them anything? I know from being in business myself for 3 decades that the very first thing an employer will wonder is why they would want to encourage their employees to participate in a legal plan that may give those employees the opportunity to exercise a grievance against the very employer who is only trying to help them in the first place. Well, we've thought of that too. And in our voluntary benefit programs that we have pioneered, there is an amendment placed into each contract preventing the employee from using their membership against their employer. Because the plans are discounted by almost 30% in this fashion, this is the one exception to the complete and total coverage our plans provide. Join others who have contacted us already to get the complete information about iShield and Legal Shield so that they can make an informed decision about the great value our plans provide for about $1 a day. Take some time for yourselves to unwind and address some of the important matters in your life that you may feel you never have had the time to address fully. This is Dan Anders for Radio Real Estate.
For more information, visit Legal Shield at 247legal.net. That's 247legal.net.
In the next segment of our program, we'll be joined by Mark Perry, the radio real estate voice of the Valley. Now, this morning, Mark will talk to us about a special event taking place at the University of the Fraser Valley. It's on all weekend, and he'll bring us up to date on Inglewood Courtyard.
And I'll be chatting about if your home was once owned by a celebrity, will it increase your value?
Oh, I'd like to know that because my mom once owned my home. And she was a celebrity in my mind.
Exactly.
Well, at least she said she was.
And that's what I'll be talking about today on Celebrity Real Estate Gossip Report.
Good morning. It's Tom Lucas with our co-host Sherry Brown of Remax Performance Realty, Bill Macklem, president of Dominion Macklem Mortgages. Our producer is Dwayne Bishop, and you're listening to Radio Real Estate, my friends, on Smooth and Easy CIL 650.
Hi, this is Mark Perry, developer of Inglewood Courtyard in Chilliwack. For every potential real estate deal that comes across my desk, the first thing that I look at in a property is where it's located. And you should too. If you're looking for an active retirement community in the best location, you owe it to yourself to stop by Inglewood Courtyard. Visit us online at inglewoodcourtyard.ca.
Home prices are out of control in Vancouver. Hi, it's Mark with EA Renovations Limited. Let us turn your basement or laneway into a beautiful new mortgage helper. Fully licensed and insured, we do what it takes to ensure you're completely satisfied. And we make your renovation as painless as possible along the way. Call 604-825-0789 today or visit earenos.com to arrange your free in-home estimate.
Hi, this is Bill Macklem of Dominion Macklem Mortgages. As a successful broker-owner, I have developed a team of mortgage professionals that support me and my clients. If you're confused with all the mortgage chatter of do's and don'ts, my mortgage team is ready to answer your questions to determine the best mortgage for you. Call 604-684-HOME. That's 604-684-4663 for more information.
CIL 650. Take me home, country road.
A little something there for you, William. That's John Denver. John Denver, finally. Yes.
Absolutely. I knew that voice. I could tell you that.
Country roads, yes. So people looking for mortgages, eh?
Yeah, they're still looking. It's been busy. A little sporadic. It kind of goes in peaks and valleys because, some homes come up, like Sherry was saying. There's not many homes listed, and all of a sudden some come on. All of a sudden there's a bit of a flurry. These people are making the offers and they're bidding them, and then there's those ones that are sold, and then they're gone again.
Wow. So the main thing, again, as we always say, go see the mortgage broker, get pre-approved, call your favorite realtors, such as Sherry Brown or any of the other realtors on this program, and then go do your thing, right?
Absolutely.
Now, again, I ask you this question, and I know what the answer is going to be, but there is money for renovations?
Yes, there is.
So if you want to get a renovation done to your home and you're looking for somebody who's really good that's on the show, what we suggest you do is get in touch with Mark over at EA Renovations. And how do we do that, Sherry?
Well, you can get more information. You can call Mark at 604-825-0789. That's 604-825-0789. Or online at earenos.com. That's earenos.com.
If you're listening to the show live on Smooth and Easy, CIL 650, it's 10:38. Good morning. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Tom Lucas. Sherry Brown is here. Bill Macklem from Dominion Macklem Mortgages is here. And our producer is Dwayne Bishop. And Mark Perry, who is our voice of the Valley, is on the line all the way from Chilliwack this morning. Mark, good morning.
Good morning, Tom. Good morning, Bill. Good morning, Sherry.
Funny thing happened a couple of weeks ago. I was driving down the freeway, Highway 1, heading east, and I looked out the windshield, which is, of course, a good thing while you're driving, and I noticed a great big trailer from a truck there, and it's saying Inglewood Courtyard, and it had arrows pointing.
Lots of people driving in off of number 3 road. You can't miss it, and if you do miss it, then you're going to have to take the Lickman Road exit to get to us.
You know, there's more than one way to get there, and I even understand you can get there if you go by Evans as well.
Get there by Evans, and you can get there by Vetter Road, so there's a whole whack of them ways to get here.
Inglewood Courtyard is saying, hey, here we are. You have your way to get to us. Please come and visit.
Please come and visit us. You bet, Tom. I mean, we've got really exciting stuff to show. Our show suites are all done. We're down to our teens now as far as remaining show suites to sell.
a great location, and that's what real estate is all about, location, location, location.
And the great thing, too, about your website, inglewoodcourtyard.ca, is that you have some virtual tours on there from some of your great condos.
It's amazing how many of our listeners do their research. They know exactly where we're at. We know exactly what we're offering because they've already come to our website, inglewoodcourtyard.ca.
Last week on the show, you told us you have a guaranteed buy program. If I come out there and I purchase a condo at Inglewood Courtyard, but I haven't sold my house in South Surrey yet, you can help me?
I sure can. I provide a guaranteed trade program to our purchasers that want that safety net of Inglewood Courtyard buying their house so they can move into our condos.
We're coming to visit you at Inglewood Courtyard today, but I think we just went by Abbotsford and there's something going on out there.
You bet, Tom. There's something pretty exciting. At the University of Fraser Valley, there's a bike showing sign. That's bicycles, not motorbikes, and our retirees are all into biking out in Chilliwack in the Discovery Park area. So it's pretty interesting to go and have a look at it out at University of the Fraser Valley between 11 and 2, and then come on out and see us at Inglewood.
I understand when you were a kid that your mom had to actually put a sidecar on your bicycle because you were going just too darn fast in that thing.
I was.
Well, you stick to the speed limit, and we're coming out to see you again this weekend.
I look forward to visiting with all of our listeners that come out and see us. This is Mark Perry, the voice of the Valley, on the Radio Real Estate Show.
Call Mark at Inglewood Courtyard in Chilliwack, 778-240-8513. That's 778-240-8513. Or go to inglewoodcourtyard.ca for more information.
It's 10:40 on the Radio Real Estate Show. Beep, 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 beep. Breaking news from the world of mortgages. Here's Bill Macklin. Beep, 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 beep.
So just as of June the 1st,
which is be Monday.
It'll be Monday. Yeah. CMHC and Genworth, the two insurers for all mortgages in Canada, if you have less than 20% down, have determined that they are going to increase the insurance premiums on those that have less than 10%.
Oops.
And so it's going to go from 3.15 is now going to go up to 3.7, I believe it is. And what that means is that you're going to be paying about, on a $300,000 mortgage, you're going to pay approximately $5 more a month. So yes, it sounds bad. They're talking about a 15% increase in premiums, but when you look at the actual real numbers of it, it doesn't have a major impact whatsoever. And if it makes CMHC and Genworth more stable, then that's probably a good thing to do.
That's why you need to have a mortgage broker and a real estate agent like Bill Macklin.
Yes.
Straight from the heart.
Yes.
Which is the two by Brian
Adams.
Adams.
On top of it, he's telling us the news before it's actually happening.
I like that. Thanks, Bill.
No problem. So it's nothing to be afraid of.
It's nothing to be afraid of, but it's going to come Monday.
It's going to cost you $5. I'm sorry.
All right.
That's a coffee.
Don't say it.
It's a coffee week.
He said it. It's 10:42. That's why the coffee shops won't advertise in this program, Bill.
Really?
Yeah. We should find somebody with a $3 cup of coffee, then we'd be in business, right?
Exactly. 2 cups of coffee.
It's 10:42, and it's time now for Sherry Brown and her celebrity real estate gossip. But I know you've got a good one for us this morning, Sherry.
I do. Celebrity name dropping may create a buzz, but not a higher price for your home. Really? I'm sorry, Tom. Oh. It won't. In a 2012 report that came from Star Power Los Angeles, where they studied the records of homes that were listed by celebrities such as Katy Perry, Ozzy, Sharon Osbourne, Goldie Hawn, and Kurt Russell. Who are those guys?
Kurt Russell?
Attaching a big name to a property can inflate the asking price and usually succeeds in getting viewings, but does not appear to change the selling price in any way. So I've got a picture of two celebrities, local celebrities here. So if your home was once owned by Bill Macklin or Tom Lucas, it may create some showings, but I don't know if it's going to increase the price too much.
Darn.
Just so you know.
Darn.
And
where did you find that picture?
Dwayne has all kinds of sources, and we dig deep. We dig deep.
No kidding.
So also, local celebrity Vancouver Mayor Gregor Robertson has his Kits home for sale for $17.9 million, up from $14.88 million 2 years ago. Would this increase the sale price of his home, being that it's Gregor Robertson? I don't know. But would I want to go look at his home? Maybe. Maybe I might book an appointment.
You could ride over on your bicycle. That would be nice, yeah.
I could. So I don't think this will increase the value of the home. But that being said, Kit's homes are selling they're quite hot properties. So I think he'll do quite well when Mayor Gregor Robertson's home sells. And, of course, like I say, it doesn't hurt to say your home was owned by Tom Lucas or Bill Macklin or even Sherry Brown.
Yeah.
People might want to come look, but it's not going to increase the price.
And I think apparently too, if you make an offer on the mayor's home,
Oh, look, there's another one of us.
Oh, for goodness sake! The mayor's going to throw in a few bicycles for free too, and give you your own lane in Vancouver. Yeah.
They could be those electric bicycles. You know that one that flopped?
Oh yeah.
Remember the one they put all that money out, and then they're going to have a share a bike program and all that stuff. How does that work?
But if Lee and Ryan had been around from Diverse Electric, that thing just would have went for miles and miles and miles.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, you can get more celebrity real estate gossip online. Just go to our website, which is RadioRealEstateShow.ca. RadioRealEstateShow.ca. On the homepage is an icon. You just click on it, and you'll get all the dirt on the stairs because Sherry digs dirt deep. You got a big shovel, is what we're saying here, right?
Yes, I do. And in the next segment of our show, we'll hear from Mr. Bill Macklem himself, president of Dominion Macklem Mortgages.
And Bill, you've got something special coming up for the folks, right?
Yes, I do.
All
We had a special program, and we have someone online, hopefully.
And you'll also be talking about interest rates?
I'm going to do a little bit of interest rates. I might talk a little bit about, because we just heard about the Patella Bridge, that small little fix-up they're doing there for $100 million. So we may just talk about bridges in the Lower Mainland, just transportation. Just because there might be a little bit of a rant.
I feel another rant coming on. Actually, you had a little rant last week, and you got some good feedback on that.
One of my favorite realtors, a good friend of mine for long years, Fern Northcott, and she gave me a little blurb on my Facebook, just saying, "Hey Bill, thanks so much. I heard your rant, and it was interesting."
You just never know what'll get Bill's going. You just never know what'll turn his crank. So keep listening. 10:45 Radio Real Estate Show. We'll be chatting about the Lower Mainland real estate market with Andy Mattu of the Powerhouse Agents at Remax Crest Realty Westside. What else is going on, Sherry?
Well, this is Sherry Brown of Remax Performance Realty with Bill Macklem, president of Dominion Macklem Mortgages, producer Dwayne Bishop, and Tom Lucas. You're listening to Radio Real Estate on Vancouver's original on-air open house and smooth and easy CL 650.
Hi, this is Mark Perry, developer of Inglewood Courtyard in Chilliwack. For every potential real estate deal that comes across my desk, the first thing that I look at in a property is where it's located, and you should too. If you're looking for an active retirement community in the best location, you owe it to yourself to stop by Inglewood Courtyard. Visit us online at inglewoodcourtyard.ca.
Hi, it's Mark with EA Renovations Limited. I can turn your outdated house into something you'll be proud to call home. Whether you're looking for a new kitchen, bathroom, addition, or even a new custom home, look no further than EA Renovations. Let us create the home you deserve. Call 604-825-0789 today or visit earenos.com to arrange your free in-home estimate.
I'm Adam Corbin, president of InstaFund. Our family has been in the mortgage business for 4 generations, and InstaFund offers some of the lowest second mortgage rates in BC. Do you have a high-interest second mortgage on your property? It's time to ask your mortgage broker to help you reduce your monthly payments and increase your cash flow. Ask your mortgage broker if InstaFund is the answer to your mortgage needs. Or call me, Adam Corbin, at 604-687-2020. Visit our website at instafund.com.
Hi, this is Bill Macklem from Dominion Macklem Mortgages. Most people need advice on mortgage financing. We provide personal financial advice with no vested interest and at no cost. We're compensated by the lenders. We'll review your current financial situation to determine if you are ready to purchase. If not, we'll help develop a plan to put home ownership in your future. For more information, call 604-684-4663. That's 604-684-HOME.
Vancouver weather.
Next couple of days should be pretty darn good here on the West Coast. Mainly sunny today with a high of 22 degrees. The UV index is 7 or high.
And tomorrow it will be sunny on Sunday with increasing cloudiness near noon, high of 20. And on Monday, I can't believe it's June 1st. It's cloudy with a 70% chance of showers.
And right now it is 18 degrees on the Radio Real Estate Show.
Radio Real Estate Weather is presented by Legal Shield. Do you travel often? Ever had a mishap with travel arrangements? Had your luggage gone missing? Forced to incur extra costs that were not in the plans because of delayed flights? Were you able to negotiate a satisfactory resolution to your situation? Protect yourself with Legal Shield. Visit 247legal.net.
CL 650. Welcome to the house of fun. Welcome to the house of fun.
Welcome to the House of Fun.
Ooh.
And I can't think of a more fun house to be in, and a house that's been in. Oh, I gotta be
How
careful.
about a powerhouse?
A powerhouse would be a good thing, and I know a couple of agents who could fit into that.
So
very
we have
well.
electricity,
Electricity,
and we have
a powerhouse.
Powerhouse with great agents.
And then we have a couple of agents by the name of Don and Andy. And I think if we get our electricians on this and get this thing sparking, we'll be able to talk to Andy. Let's just see. Do you have anything we can make a spark with in here this morning? Where's Lee and Ryan when I need them? Come down here and make a spark. Well, let's just pretend we just lit a spark, and let's just see what happens. Okay, light the match. Okay.
Good morning, Tom. Good morning, everybody.
Pretty soon you're going to be out in the golf course in your +4s.
Yes, we're hosting our first annual Client Appreciation event coming up in July. It's going to be a fun-filled event, right? Golf and dinner. It's just going to be an entertaining day. We don't have all the details. We're just putting them together right now, just waiting for the package.
Well, I'm just thinking if I either buy or sell a house with a powerhouse team, I can maybe go golfing. What do you think?
Exactly. That's the whole point. Be different. Set aside from everybody else.
All I have to do now is learn how to golf.
Same here.
Andy, I know you guys, you and Don are tearing it up out there. How are things looking this past week in the lower mainlands?
Everything you put on the market has just been selling, right? If you price it right, it will sell. Even in this market, you're getting over what you're asking for if you're realistic. We sold out of all our listings right now. So, we're out there hitting the pavement again.
Now is the right time to put your house on the market if you're thinking of doing so, right?
This is a perfect time to put your house on the market, especially in Vancouver, Richmond, even in the Fraser Valley. It's just an exciting time right now.
I was looking at my notes before the show this morning, and I understand that you've got a great opportunity. It's in the commercial field.
Yes, we have a great commercial opportunity for someone who would like to operate a restaurant located in Cloverdale, right on Fraser Highway. It's a great Greek restaurant, but you can change it to anything you want. You just reduce the price down to $90,000, and that's including all the kitchen equipment and everything. Just to start up a new business itself from the ground up, you're looking at minimum $200,000, right? This is a steal of a deal right now.
Sounds like you've got a little something for everybody out there.
Exactly.
And, of course, you are looking for products to sell, so if you want to sell your house, give Don and Andy a call.
Exactly. Thank you.
All right, I'll put Don on notice. Tell him we're going to talk to him next week.
I will, definitely. This is Andy Matthew for Radio Real Estate.
Learn more about the Powerhouse Agents. Give Don and Andy a call at 604-307-3000. That's 604-307-3000. Or visit www.powerhouseagents.ca.
It's 10:51 on the Radio Real Estate Show.
I need a dollar, that's what I need. Hey, hey, well, I need a dollar, that's what I need. Hey, hey.
So when people need $1 for a home or for some renovations, they go see Bill Macklin.
They always come to us, and I think we give pretty good advice. We kind of feel that we're not really sure whether you want to do a mortgage today or tomorrow. We don't really care. What we do care is that you get the proper advice so that you can make smart, intelligent decisions.
And part of your thing, too, is just like you and Sherry, you're both building relationships.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Long-term relationships. And then I bribed them with my mom's cookies as they leave the office.
Of course. So let's make one of your clients happy right now. Let's give her a call.
Idea.
You given Dwayne the telephone number?
I did.
Let's just dial and see if this person is home. Because they're a client of the Bill Macklin Mortgage Company, the Dominion Macklin Mortgages. And you send everybody out a letter and you ask what they would like to see.
Yeah, we do a reward system to thank people for referring as clients.
Okay. Hello? Hello there. Hello?
Hello?
Hi, is this Julie?
Yes, it is.
Julie, good morning. It's Tom Lucas with Sherry Brown and Bill Macklin calling from the Radio Real Estate Show.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
Good. I think Uncle Bill needs to talk to you for a second there, Julie.
Oh, okay.
Hi there, Julie. It's as you know, it's Bill Macklin here. As you know,
good morning.
Good morning. So about a month back, we sent out a memo to all our great clients and asked them for some feedback on some of the rewards programs we have to say thank you when they refer us some clients, because our business is based on referrals as opposed to just advertising willy-nilly. And
I forgot I filled that in.
Beg pardon?
Forgot I filled that in.
Exactly, you did. And there was a great number of people that responded, so we put everybody's name in the hat, and your name came up, and you just won yourself a $100 Visa prepaid card.
Awesome.
Well, good for you, Julie. Congratulations. Hey. Now, Julie, you're very welcome. Now that we have you on the line, and nobody can hear us, Bill can't hear us, just Sherry and Dwayne and myself. What kind of guy do you find Bill to work with? Is he a good guy?
Oh yeah, he is. He's great. He's always able to meet our needs and get what we need.
Well, he sits you down in the office. He plies you with coffee and his mom's cookies, and then he asks all the right questions, right?
Oh
Oh, yeah, I love the recipes that he sends out.
Oh, thanks so much.
Well, I tell you what, now with that $100 prepaid Visa, you can go buy yourself lots of cooking and baking supplies, then call Bill, Sherry, and I. We'll come over for cookies one afternoon. How's that?
For sure, yeah, not a problem, anytime.
Well, good for you, Julie. Listen, enjoy your weekend. Thanks so much for being with us, and thanks for making Bill happy. We like that.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you so very much.
And thanks for chatting to us on the show, Julie. Thank you.
Thanks, Julie.
Right,
Nice lady. You too.
You
Thank
too.
you. Oh, nice.
Yeah,
She's
great.
happy.
So nice.
She's a great lady. She's a great lady. We've known her for years, and they've been longtime clients of ours. And most of our clients have been longtime clients. I mean, we've got close to 2,500 people in our database that we know pretty much would probably know 90% of them. Would actually recognize them, or at least when they come in the office would recognize them and talk to them. And we have a lot of clients that come back time and again. Because what happens is that when you're doing financing, you need to have someone that you can trust that's not always trying to grind you, always trying to push you in a corner, just giving you good, solid advice so you can make good decisions. And
Well, good.
That's what we try to do.
So congratulations to Julie. Congratulations
Yeah, that was
to
great.
Bill. So before we move on with this thing, let's just quickly talk about mortgage rates. We said that the big picture, we're not going to go up for a year, but you did have some news on June the 1st. Things are going to change.
Yes, June 1st, we're going to have some changes in CMHC and Genworth Insurance. But don't be alarmed. I mean, you know, news people always like to make things look worse than they are. They're going up by 15%. You know, it's really bad. It's a $5 charge. I'm sorry, $5 per month for the next 25 years. I'm sorry, but you know what? If you have less than 10% down, or you got 5% down, and you're buying your home, the money that you're saving by not putting it all into your house and putting it somewhere else, you know that $5 is nothing.
Yes, and you can always get expert mortgage information online by visiting BillyMac.com. That's Billy with an I, not a Y, MAC.com, or by calling Bill at 604-684-4663. That's 604-684-HOME.
In the next segment of the program, our home handyman Finn Jensen chats about the good things that just keep on coming our way.
This is Sherry Brown of Remax Performance Realty with Bill Macklin, president of Dominion Macklin Mortgages, producer Dwayne Bishop, and Tom Lucas. You're listening to Radio Real Estate on Smooth and Easy CIL 650.
Hi, this is Mark Perry, developer of Inglewood Courtyard in Chilliwack. For every potential real estate deal that comes across my desk, the first thing that I look at in a property is where it's located. And you should too. If you're looking for an active retirement community in the best location, you owe it to yourself to stop by Inglewood Courtyard. Visit us online at inglewoodcourtyard.ca.
If you've recently purchased or you're thinking of purchasing a house that is in dire need of some upgrades, then look no further. Hi, it's Mark from EA Renovations Limited. Fully licensed and insured, we'll turn your new house into a home you will be proud of. We do what it takes to ensure you're completely satisfied and make your renovation as painless as possible along the way. Call 604-825-0789 today or visit earenos.com to arrange your free in-home estimate.
When you have a challenging mortgage situation, where do you turn? Private mortgage lenders have picked up where the banks have left many borrowers scrambling. I'm Adam Corbin, president of InstaFund. Borrow from InstaFund for any reason. Purchase more property, build a development, buy out your landlord, or pay other debts. And let's not forget taxes. We can help pay those too. Ask your mortgage broker to call InstaFund for a quote, or call me, Adam Corbin, at 604-687-2020. Visit our website at instafund.com.
CIL 650. I'm fixing a hole where the rain gets in and stops my mind from wandering. I'm filling the cracks that ran through the door and kept my mind from wandering.
Good morning, it's Tom Lucas. It's the Radio Real Estate Show, and it's time for Finn Jensen, our Radio Real Estate Show home handyman. Finn, good morning.
Good morning, Tom, and good morning, Sherry. Good things keep coming our way, thanks in part to our faster lifestyles. If it wasn't for that, manufacturers wouldn't have half as many reasons to offer products that makes our lives easier for us. The new improved items are everywhere. Everything is better, faster, designed to please harried moms, busy fathers, and singles whose ambitious schedules demand the latest time-saving products. Being able to do more with less was a way of life for many when this province was a little younger, has now become a time management situation of significant proportion. However, all that will turn out for them will be revealed. In the meantime, a large number of us are leaning back, amazed at all the extra free time the new improved culture has provided. Maintaining a home, for instance, can now be accomplished with a lot less grunt than in the past. Materials and equipment is now so efficient, it cuts the average homeowner extra slack to do something else, or nothing. This is Vince Jensen for Radio Real Estate. Talk to you next week.
Have any plumbing or air conditioning work to be done? Call Finn at Gentech Mechanical Installations, 778-378-2740. That's 778-378-2740.
Thank you, Bill. Now, before we go, Sherry, tell us about that lady that has the prefab mobile home available
Yes,
for sale.
this beautiful mobile home. Carol and Jim are selling it on their own, so no realtor involved. If you are interested in living in Pitt Meadows, it's at 11905 Poplar in Pitt Meadows, a beautiful, beautiful park over there, and it's $169,900. I don't know where you can get a two-bedroom with two bathrooms for $169,900. It's got a sunroom, it's got two sheds, a small greenhouse, lots of beautiful landscaping that's been done, new laminate, kitchen countertop, backsplash, and all the appliances. And this also, the pad rental, which is $235 a month, includes cable.
Wow.
As well.
Pretty good.
So that is a very hot property that's just come on the market.
And where is that?
It is in on Poplar in Pitt Meadows.
Pitt Meadows, is that on the way to where you're going today?
That's right.
Maybe, can I catch a ride?
Yeah.
I'll go by and check that out. That'll be good.
Yeah.
So you and all the other realtors are still looking for listings, right?
We are running around all weekend long looking for listings because you know what, the houses, once they go up, they're selling.
They sold, yeah.
I don't know too many houses that are sitting on the market unless they're just way inflated over price. So if you are serious about selling, now is the time, and you can give me a call at 604-970-6789. That's 604-970-6789, or you can go to my website and you'll find my smiley face and Laura's smiley face there on my website at sherrybrown.ca. That's SHERI brown.ca.
Do you think if I go to sherrybrown.ca, I might find a picture of your little doggy? No?
No, I won't put a picture of my doggy on there. But if you want to follow me on Twitter.
That's what I'm thinking, yeah.
Yes, then you can see my doggy on Twitter.
And if you want Sherry's Facebook page address, just call Bill after the show and he'll be happy to pass it on to you. So you're off working after the show? It just never ends.
I'm off working. I got buyers lining up to try to get into listings that are just hitting the market now.
And you've got time to see clients after a quick game of golf with your son?
I'm actually, as we were talking here, I've got 3 emails, or excuse me, texts came through. Plus, as soon as I walk out the door, one of my clients is dropping off some papers here at the radio show. So I didn't want to waste any time.
I see. Well, you're back next week?
Back next week.
You're back next week?
Back next week.
Dwayne, you can come back next week?
You know it.
All right, and I'll be here too, and I'm back on Monday afternoon at 2 o'clock. You have a great Saturday. Have a great Sunday, the last weekend in May, and we'll talk to you in June. Have a great day. It's Tom Lucas for everybody on the show. Thank you. Bye.